We have seen in the previous session, Minikube is a cluster which can be installed locally and we can practice with Kubernetes commands. And it runs on a single node Kubernetes cluster, and it could be simple, nothing but a virtual machine on your laptop. We can try with all the commands. And let's start with the Minikube. We just open with PowerShell. You need to always start with the administrator. And once it is started, you can check with Minikube start. If you have installed first time, you can check with the version and all the other commands. But let us start with our cluster. So before that, if you would like to practice with any of the previous commands, yes, you can check with Minikube version and Minikube help. You can check. Any of the commands you can check with the Minikube help command. And start is going to start with the cluster. So once we start with cluster, we can check with the status. So cluster is going to start, and then we can check with the status always. So it is going to start, and then to open your Minikube dashboard, okay, you just give the command. And if you just wanted to know the Minikube IP address, just you can give Minikube IP. To know the number of services available and the service to start, we can give Minikube service command. So this is all the basic commands we have. And at the end of our application flow, like whenever you wanted to come out of your cluster, you can just stop the services, rather delete. Stop it, and then you can close your PowerShell. If you say delete all the services, nodes, pods associated with your cluster, get deleted. If in case if you wanted to delete all these resources, then you can also say Minikube delete. So it is still opening. Let me open one more command line where we can start practice with kubectl. Okay, our cluster is getting started. Now here kubectl. Here also you can check with we also have in the same document kubectl commands. So first in the kubectl, to know about your status of your cluster and cluster information, okay, after this version command, you guys can give cluster info is a command. It is going to give you the Minikube cluster information, all about your cluster properties, like what is a platform and what are the other number of nodes running with, all the resources associated with the cluster you can display with this cluster info command. And next is further we have kubectl commands called, this is the main commands we are going to practice mostly. So here is kubectl. First initially if you say nodes, it is going to display the number of nodes available for your cluster. So here is get is a command you need to give, get node. Kubectl get node, the node details it is going to show you. And as we discussed, the other logical objects which is associated with our pod, okay, get pods, like if any pods are already created, it will give you the list of pods within the cluster. Get pods, get services. Services are the associated object with your pod, and a group of pods related to one particular context, like we can maintain a service, and the services can be created, can be displayed by using kubectl get services. And at the same time, when you're going to deploy the pod on the cluster, you will be creating with a deployments. So if at all, if you wanted to check what are all the services available, you can see kubectl get services, kubectl get deployments, similarly configuration maps. Okay, so this is all you can practice with. If any previous deployments are already there, you can check with this command line interface. the same features whatever we are testing at the command line, so we can also observe in our dashboard. Because here in the previous window, like just our Minikube cluster is started. Let's start with Minikube dashboard, so that our dashboard is going to display the same details in the user interface. So this is the commands we will be using most of the time in our Kubernetes hands-on session, okay, to work with any deployments. Like you wanted to, basically you wanted to take one example with the Spring Boot application. You already created a build and you created now a running instance is available on the Docker Hub, image is available. Now you wanted to orchestrate that image into your Minikube cluster, so that if you wanted to scale up your service, you wanted to scale up your number of instances. So in that case, we are going to take that image from Docker Hub and we will deploy on this Kubernetes cluster. So here it is going to, before it is going to start with the dashboard, it is going to check with all your kubectl proxy object and other master node objects, right? etcd and then API server, schedulers, all that checking it is going to do, background checking it will do, and then it is going to start with the dashboard. Before that, let's check the images available in our Docker Hub. Let's say there is an image Spring Boot application, there is another application Spring Boot app. Any of these images you can take. Let us take this image for which we will create a deployment in our cluster. So first of all, we have just checked with the kubectl commands and we are going to start our cluster. We are opening our dashboard. Now the dashboard is getting started. You can see the IP address and the port number in which it is going to start. So this is our dashboard. Now if you go to this dashboard, you can see the previously running pods. So how many number of running instances are available, and for these number of instances, okay, how many number of replica sets are available. For each node, by default it will take one replica set. If you wanted to enhance, yes, you can always there is a configuration file, YAML files, you can edit that, you can change the configuration and you can deploy the replica sets. And similarly, for every pod you will be having collection of pods, related pods can be created with a service. So once a service is created, we can deploy that service. And for each pod there is deployment and also namespace. Namespace can be shared across number of users working on the cluster. So this is how, this is all the objects we will be monitoring through this dashboard. Now if you can look into the pods, like we have 1, 2, 3, and the number of deployments, we have 2 deployments, SB app1 and SB app2. Let us say we will create SB app3, right? So how do we create a pod and how do we run it and how do we test it, right? Let's start with that one of the application. So our cluster is ready, started, our kubectl is ready to take the commands, right? Now let me close this and then let's start with our first step is kubectl create deployment. Okay, we can create the deployments by taking an existing image. So we are going to create kubectl create deployment, deployment name. This is a deployment name. This is going to run on your cluster. So see, SB app1 is already there. So let me take SB app, okay, demo1. It is one of a deployment we are going to create on the cluster, for which the image we are taking is, it is a Docker image from Docker Hub. So from here, from the Docker Hub, we need to take the same image name. So that is the image name we are taking over here. Okay, so this is my repository and then the app name. Okay, so now once if you are going to give this first command, it is going to create a deployment. Deployment is created. Immediately here you can observe in the deployments, you can check with a new deployment is ready now. Just now it is created. Okay, it's still not up. So deployment is created. After the deployment is created, what's the next step? You can check with the deployments. Simply you can give kubectl get deployments. So this is a get deployments command. You can see the deployment is ready now. So status is one by one, up to date and available, and the age of the deployment when it is deployed. And then is once a deployment is ready, you need to expose that deployment onto your cluster. So we are going to give this command kubectl expose deployment, your image, your container name here. So you have to give your deployment container name SB app demo 1, right? And here is a predefined tag. This you need to give like type equal to node port and the port in which you are going to deploy your application. This is what you need to give so that the deployment is going to expose. First is we are created, we checked whether it is created or not, then we need to expose. So once you get the deployment is exposed, now you need to check with the pods and the node associated. If you wanted to check with the kubectl get pods, okay, so you can check now the pod is created for Spring Boot app demo 1. You create a deployment, the underlying associated objects like pod, service, namespace, okay, replica sets are all get created. Next node, your node is ready, Minikube node is ready. Now you need to get a service. Service name would be the same your deployment name. So your service is getting created, the cluster IP in which, okay, with the port number, with this port number it is get created. So now if you wanted to know the details about your service, this is a service you need to run, okay, this is a service which is running on your cluster, kubectl cluster, and then you can directly use it. So once a service is created, if you wanted to know the details about the service, describe services by your service name. So your service name is SB app demo 1. You can get the details of your service, what is the service name, okay, and what is the selector IP, okay, node port in which it is going to run with, what is the endpoint we need to use with, all the details are going to described here. And finally, if you wanted to run your service, you should say the last command is called as minikube. To run the service, you have to use now minikube, not kubectl. So minikube service and the service name. And you wanted to also display the URL in which it is going to run. So this is a tag you can give so that your service is going to be running, and you can also see the URL of your service at the same time. So here it is getting executed. So if you go and check in your Kubernetes cluster, here if you go and check your services, okay, you can see SB demo 1 service is ready, and the node port, cluster IP address, right, internal endpoints. So this is all the details it is going to give. If further more metadata about your service, okay, resource information, pods, events about that service, you can monitor all these features into this dashboard. And coming to, now we wanted to test this service, right? Now let's go here. This is a service which is nothing but my one of a Spring Boot application, okay. So actually the local Spring Boot application was running in localhost 8087 port, okay, and the endpoint is welcome. Now the same thing now I am running through my cluster, okay, with the given deployment and with the given service. So this is the application which is running through our Kubernetes, right? So before this, like actually we created the Spring Boot Docker image, and the image is created the container. The container is like pushed into your Docker Hub. We took the existing Docker Hub image and then we just deployed into our Kubernetes cluster. So this is how we can deploy our applications, and we can manage the other features. Like if you wanted to check with the replica set and you wanted to manage with the number of replica features you wanted to manage with, then you can check with the replica set features and like number of pods we are using with only one. If you wanted to increase its size, yes, it is possible by means of configuration files. So the number of replicas we are using, the count is 1. If we wanted to change it, yes, that we will be doing it in editing and like applying the changes to the existing deployments we will see in the next session. That's all about this Spring Boot deployment creation and running the service in Minikube cluster. Thank you.